Channel 5 at 6, 2 people have been arrested in connection to a February homicide in Westlake, and one of those has connections to a case right here in Rapides Parish. We're going to be breaking down those cases right now. Thanks for joining us for News Channel 5 at 6. I'm Brooke Buford. The Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office has arrested 2 people in connection with a February homicide in Westlake. One of the suspects arrested has connections to Rapides Parish and was sentenced to 15 years in prison back in 2019. But how was she out? Let's break down both cases. Back on February 1st, Calcasieu deputies were dispatched to a home off Westwood Road in Westlake. Residents said they heard gunfire, and when deputies got there, they found 25-year-old DeMarcus Ardwan dead inside. 2 days later, warrants were issued for 23-year-old Kevin Williams Jr. of Eunice, 22-year-old Justin Ned of DeQuincy, and 22-year-old Atoria Lashney of Lake Charles. Williams was wanted for second-degree murder. Ned was wanted for principal to second-degree murder, and Lashney was wanted for accessory after the fact to second-degree murder. Yesterday, detectives found Williams and Lashney at a home in Lake Charles. They were arrested, and Ned is still wanted.
Just based on the information that we have so far, we feel that it was drug-related. Of course, we're continuing our investigation. As we go along, we develop more and more information. So we'll see where this evidence takes us.
If Lashney's name sounds familiar, that's because she was sentenced to serve 15 years in prison by Judge Chris Hazel back in April of 2019 for her involvement in an April 16, 2018 armed robbery at a home in Tennyson Oaks in Alexandria. In that case, 2 male suspects entered the home and attempted to tie up the victim. A struggle ensued and the victim was shot in the hand. Lashney was arrested in connection with that case. She pleaded guilty as charged to conspiracy to commit armed robbery and conspiracy to commit aggravated burglary on March 25th of 2019. And on April 2nd, she was sentenced to 15 years on each charge to run concurrent. The sentence was to be served without the benefits of probation, parole, or suspension of sentence. And here's an important note. Lashney's charges are not considered crimes of violence under Louisiana law. So if Lashney was sentenced to 15 years in prison in 2019, why was she out already? We reached out to the Department of Corrections to get answers. And first off, she received 351 days credit for time served. Now that's the time she was held in pretrial detention before her case was adjudicated. That's standard in every case. Now, because this crime was considered a non-violent offense, Lashney had to serve 35% of it in prison. She could also earn up to 360 days of CTRP time, which is rehabilitative programming to shave off her sentence. We're told Lashney received 330. When all was said and done, she was released on August 30th of 2022. Now, because Lashney was on good time parole at her release, this new arrest puts that in jeopardy. That means she could be revoked and sent back to prison to complete the Rapides sentence.